Video games are a form of art, and art can be confusing. Not gonna lie, sometimes the start of a game can be, how do I say this, boring. A lot of games simply fail to leave a strong impression on me at the start, and it takes its sweet old time to pick up the pace. However, when a game truly captivates my attention at the beginning, it turns into an unforgettable experience. This is typically due to an epic opening cinematic that places you dead center into the world, and regardless if the game is good or bad, I feel like I have more of an incentive to complete the game. I want to see how these entertaining characters complete their journey. I mean, that's what I signed up for when I bought the game, but some games do it better than others, so why not discuss what games I think have some of the best opening cutscenes. Devil May Cry 3 has one of the most epic openings to a video game that I've ever seen. It's exciting, it's frantic, and over the top in every way possible. From the moment that Dante steps onto the screen, you get a sense of the game's stylish tone and aesthetic. I mean, look at the way that Dante answers the phone. That was cool as fuck. Then, Dante literally gets hit with a sneak attack with 3 blades to the chest, and he shrugs it off like it's a paper cut, followed by a really cool action scene displaying what Dante's truly capable of. He starts kicking everyone's ass, skateboarding on demons and shooting them in the head. He even shows us how great of a pool player he is. This opening is simply nuts, and I love it. The spectacle of watching Dante is already fun by itself, and you mean to tell me I get to play as him? Yeah, sign me up. Now don't get me wrong, an opening cinematic doesn't always have to be flashy and in your face to capture my attention. It could be the art style that sticks out to me, or even the music. The opening for the Final Fantasy VII Remake is heavily carried by the music. It starts off pretty bland, we see average NPC number 32 over here, but as the music slowly dims and transitions to a more ominous theme, you notice that something isn't exactly right in the world and that there's evil afoot. But then we see Aerith essentially getting bullied before one of the most iconic scenes in gaming history. That zoom out shot of Midgar, it's so fascinating. But the best part to me by far, in my opinion, is the reveal of our main protagonist Cloud Strife. Seeing the camera cut back and forth from the train before showing Cloud riding on top of it, then the music changes to a more adventurous vibe and Cloud jumps off the train. Man, that shit is exhilarating. The music alone makes me want to get up and be productive. It's not as flashy as Devil May Cry 3, but it's still amazing in its own right. Speaking of flashy, the opening for Sonic Unleashed is all that and a bag of chips. Seriously, it's exploding with so much excitement. Eggman comes in packing some serious heat, looking like he's about to attack the Death Star, but then Sonic shows up ready to kick Eggman's ass, and despite Eggman throwing everything he has at Sonic, he can't seem to catch him, and even when he does catch Sonic, he's like, nah son, and continues to shut his shit down. It's a nice battle between good and evil rivals, and evil actually wins. One of my favorite sequences in the opening is when Eggman blows up the planet, nerfs Sonic, and launches him into space. It's such a large fuck you to Sonic that even past saving the world, I just want to get him back for what he's done. The scene of immediate danger is what really locks me into this opening. Nathan Drake has a bleeding open wound, he just woke up and is barely conscious, and is hanging off the railing of a falling train.
Can't hold on much longer.
Now, if I do my math correctly, that means he has a 0% chance of survival. Now, this is the shortest opening on the list, but I think it works by making you curious. Like, you gotta wonder how bad he had to fuck up to get here. And then, even further than that, how are we gonna make it out of this alive? We just got started with the game and the main character is about to die. That's some intense shit. The odds are stacked against you, but that's what makes the journey appealing. The path from point A to point B. God of War 3, the beginning of the end. This opening feels like a finale. The gods gathering together to fight Kratos, the titans climbing Mount Olympus to fight the gods, even this bird thing getting smacked with a boulder. Everything here screams climactic final battle. It's so exciting to watch every time it's on screen. And how could I forget about Kratos' bold ass opening line in the game?
Zeus! Your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus!
All this is accompanied by the most intense orchestral music I've ever heard, and I think I'm ready to murder a pantheon. This theme can make anything feel intense, and considering that this is the end of a trilogy, I think it's pretty fitting. Now, all these games I come back to pretty often, and I owe a lot of that to the opening sequence. When the game can captivate your attention and fully immerse you into its world, it makes the game feel less like a hobby and more like a passion.